so you can play. MiniWarGaming's Who Would Win?
MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com. Welcome Wargamers to another Who Would Win. In today's matchup, we're going to do something out of the ordinary, something special, and because I respect the viewership and I respect this game so much, what I'm going to do is I will admit to the mistakes that I've made in the past with these particular characters, and I'm going to redo them. I forgot vital rules. Wilt's doing the battles with Dave Quirk. My goal was to get Dave Quirk on camera because this is before he was hired, and I wanted to see how he would be on camera. I was distracted with that. I'm not going to use that as an excuse though, because these are my guys. I should know the rules, especially when it's 1 versus 1. Any rule that is missed or that is withheld really affects the outcome of the game, so that kind of makes the games moot, and they deserve a redo. So I'm gonna read some comments here that you guys have left, and I'm taking these to heart, and I'm gonna really do these guys their proper justice in their matchups. Now these Who Would Win videos, this set will be only one set, and so the first video will be a little bit longer than what you're used to because we're gonna do multiple matchups in the first one, and then in the Vault video, we're gonna do multiple matchups in the Vault video, just so it's all together, because we already did all the matchups in their individual videos, but now since there was many rules errors made, and I take full responsibility for that because I was filming primarily and these are my models, and so I should know them. So I thank you guys for leaving the comments and for suggesting that we do a redo. I like the idea of that, just so we give these guys their proper due, and that is all. Today my opponent will be Tarek. Tarek is a volunteer here for the summer. He's very excited to be here. And first, I would like to get to know you. I was trying to imitate Kindergarten Cop, where he sat on the piano and it failed utterly. But you're still a good person who wears glasses, and I'm getting distracted by banter already when I should be focusing on getting this game better.
That's okay. I mean, it happens. Sometimes you're just talking and speaking, and it continues in a flowuous flow.
A flowuous flow. And starting from the beginning, we're going to go with Kharn the Betrayer versus Lucius the Eternal. Now on the Who Would Win bat rep number 55, Usla Gamer. Ulson Gamer. I'll say the username like that. This is the comment that he left. He said, Duelist Pride? Lucius should have 7 attack space plus bonuses for 2 close combat weapon and charging. And yes. As per the special rule from Lucius, which is Duelist Pride, while Lucius is in a challenge, his attack's characteristic is equal to the weapon skill of his opponent. So he has a lot of attacks. I forgot that, so I will do my utmost to remember that in this bat rep because I want to get it right. I'm really trying hard to get it right here, and that will be my focus in this game. It will not be banter. Not that that's my focus anyway, it just kind of just comes out. So my focus is to really remember, okay? So help me guys, help me think of the rules as they are about to come out, and hopefully that'll make me remember before it happens, because when you watch it, it'll be watching the past, and so I don't see how that could have hurt as much as you expressed on your face, but that's... Adam Boy left this comment. He said, both Kharn and Lucius are champions of chaos, so they need to issue or accept challenges. Therefore, Duelist Pride would come into play, which we already acknowledged. Also, you forgot about Shred for Lucius. This fight is void, in my opinion, and should be rematched, although chances are Lucius wins this. So, as per the Lash of Torment, which is one of the chaos artifacts that Lucius has, it says it reduces the attacks of any model that is in base contact with Lucius by 1 to a minimum of 1. In addition, all of Lucius' close combat attacks have the Shred special rule. So we will remember that as well. He's got Shred. So he's got 7 attacks when he attacks Kharn, and he has Shred. Need to remember that. Yes. Severoth left this comment. He said, man, sometimes these are extremely painful to watch. I mean, at least have the book open as you are only using 2 models in the fight. Know their rules before using them, or at least check. So this is what we are doing. Check this out. We got book open. Book open. We're putting a lot of safeguards in place, but I do have to mention this, and this is going to sound like it's pretty pathetic. We actually always have the books open, and they're on our laps. You don't see that.
Well, you get excited.
And so, yeah,
right?
that's what it is.
Like,
It's the excitement. We get distracted by that. We want to fight each other so bad, and we forget about the rules, and that's what it is. Because we're having so much fun.
Exactly.
That's what it is, and that's why. So,
and we have fun for you guys. Like for them.
You're very kind for saying that.
I mean,
is that why you do it?
I do it, yeah, because like
Because you know.
Because you want to share the fun, I guess.
Sharing fun is one of those things where you look through glasses, peaceful. But I'm just gonna stop it before we.
Because sharing is caring.
Let's go over the profile of Lucius the Eternal and just him. He's got weapon skill 7, ballistic skill 5, strength and toughness 4, 3 wounds, initiative 6, 3 attacks base, a leadership 10, and 3 up power armor save. He's an infantry character. His war gear is a Doom Siren. He's got a power sword, frag grenades, crack grenades. Special rules are Champion of Chaos, which means he has to issue or accept challenges. He's fearless. He's an independent character. He's got the Marcus Slanesh, which gives him a higher initiative, which is already built into his profile, giving him initiative 6. And he's got Veterans of the Long War special rule, bringing his leadership up to 10. And also he gets hatred when he fights Space Marines, but it's not going to be relevant in this matchup. I'm going to go over these rules again so as to help me and to remind everyone else what the rules are as well. Duelist Pride. While Lucius is in a challenge, his attack's characteristic is equal to the weapon skill of his opponent. He's fighting Kharn. It's going to be 7 attacks. He's got the Armor of Shrieking Souls, one of his Chaos artifacts. This armor grants Lucius a 3-up armor save and a 5+ invulnerable save. For each armor save or invuln save Lucius passes during the fight subphase, the unit or model, if he is in a challenge, that caused the wound immediately suffers a Strength 4 AP2 hit with the Ignores Cover special rule. So I will remember his Armor of Shrieking Souls as well. That's kind of a big deal because it's AP2. So that's going to slice through Kharn's armor. Yeah. And his last thing here is his Lash of Torment, which I'll read again so as to help me remember. The Lash of Torment reduces the attacks of any model in base contact with Lucius by 1 to a minimum of 1. In addition, all of Lucius' close combat attacks have the Shred special rule. So I've very clearly laid out what his rules are, and I know I'm beating this really hard, but I'm doing it for myself. Because I really don't want to get the rules wrong again. I feel really bad about this, guys. And it's quite embarrassing, really. Because they're my models. I collect chaos. I should know the rules, right? But here's the reality.
Right.
I never fielded Lucius, ever. Like, I think I fielded him maybe
once
or twice
right?
ever.
Yeah.
Right? And so I'm really not familiar with him. Yeah. I don't know it like the back of my hand. I have to think about his abilities. I don't just know it. I have to refer to the book every time.
Yeah.
And unless I do, I'll forget stuff. So that's the truth. Also, I get excited about the game. That's what it is. That's probably the real distraction.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, sharing is caring. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but it's good. I'm glad that you can contribute to this somehow. Kharn the Betrayer and his abilities will be told by Tark.
Yeah. Kharn the Betrayer. Kharn the Betrayer's profile is weapon skill of 7, ballistic skill of 5, strength of 5, toughness 4, wounds 3, initiative of 5, 4 attacks base, leadership of 10, 3+ save. He has power armor. He's got a plasma pistol, frag grenades and crack grenades, Aura of Dark Glory, which gives him a 5+ invulnerable save. His warlord trait is Hatred Incarnate, which gives him hatred, thus Hatred Incarnate. He's a champion of chaos, which allows him, which gives him which makes him, which gives him. I'm trying to, speak now.
You're trying to speak because he is so awesome. That the corn is distracting you.
I am amazed.
He has to issue or accept challenges.
That's what I meant to say. That.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just testing you.
Well put, good man.
Fearless, which makes him fearless, so he's not affected by any morale. Fear is charge, which allows him +1 strength, gives him +1 strength on the charge for the first round of combat only. He's an independent character, which won't be relevant in this matchup because it's only 2 models facing off against each other. Mark of Kharn, which gives him Rage and Counterattack special rule. The Rage special rule gives him +2 attack on the charge. The Counterattack special rule gives him +1 attack when he is being charged. Veterans of the Long War gives him Hatred against Space Marines, not relevant here. It also adds +1 leadership to his profile, which has already been given on the profile here. He is the Betrayer, so when rolling to hit, any unmodified rolls of a 1 are not discarded. Randomly determine for each roll of a 1 which model is hit from those within 6 inches of Kharn. So basically on 1s you're hitting your own guys. Also not relevant here, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Blessing of the Blood God. Kharn and his unit always pass or deny the witch rolls on a 2+. Not relevant here because I would assume Lucius is not a Psyker.
Correct.
Is my assumption correct?
Yes.
Perfect. He's got a weapon because he is in 40k. Gorechild. His melee attacks always hit on a 2+, even if they would otherwise hit automatically. So he's always hitting on a 2+.
Yes.
His weapon has +1 strength. He's got an AP2. I'm moving my hand a lot. He's got the type is melee and it's Armor Bane. Armor Bane is against tanks, if I remember correctly.
So it's useless in this game.
Also useless in this game.
Yes, and that is Kharn the Betrayer.
Just one question, +1 to his profile, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so strength 6 with his Gorechild.
Yeah.
Strength 7 on the charge if he charges.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So I think we got all the rules right. That was a pretty intensive beat down.
I'm burned out right now.
Yeah, it's a good game. Epic handshake. All right, let's get to the matchup. I do have to say this as well, okay? Because I really want to know who would win between these guys.
I do too.
So we're going to do a best 2 of 3.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to just establish that right now.
Cool.
Let's roll to see who's going to go first.
All right.
I got a 6.
I got a
and you got a 1.
I got the exact opposite. I go first, right?
Moving forward, Lucius 6 inches. Now I'm going to run 2. And now it's your turn. Kharn is going to move up 4 inches so as to be in plasma pistol range. Hitting on 2s with his plasma pistol, and that is a hit. Wounding on 2s. That is a wound. Armor of Shrieking Souls gives me a 5-up inbound save, which I'll make right now, and I fail it. I am down to 2 wounds. Lucius' turn, he's going to move up 6. I am 6 inches away from you. Lucius shoots his Doom Siren, which is Strength 5, AP 3, Assault 1 template. 3 to wound Kharn. That's a wound. 5-up inbound save for Kharn. Oh, that's a wound for you too! 6 inches away, I'm going to declare an assault.
I would like to Overwatch.
Absolutely. Plasma pistol overwatching on a 6+. Do you hit? You do not, but it does get hot. Oh, I don't know how that. Okay. Regular 3+ save. And you make it. Charge range. I make it into combat. Boom. As per Duelist Pride, we're going to go off with the weapon skill of Kharn to determine the amount of attacks Lucius has, which is 7. And I charged you, which means I have 8 attacks on the charge. I'm going to be hitting you on a 4 because I'm also weapon skill 7. So that is a good amount of hits. That's 5 hits. I wound you on 4s, but I do have Shred as per the Lash of Torment. And I have a Power Sword, which is a AP3. So wounding on 4s, and that's 4 so far. And Shred, so I get 4 wounds on you. That is 4 inbalm saves. 5-up inbalm save for Kharn, and fail 3. He has 2 left. Lucius kills Kharn. That's probably what should have happened in the other who would win. I think so, because Lucius looks like he's pretty good in close combat.
Yeah, he's got the higher initiative.
Yeah.
He's got, and he destroys your, not destroys, but decreases your attacks. So
yes.
With that.
Absolutely. But we did say 2 of 3, so we're going to try that again.
Okay.
So for the second round, what we're going to do is we're going to skip the shooting phase. We're going to make it so Kharn charges Lucius, which means that with my Doom Siren, I get the Wall of Flame, so I get 2 Strength 5. AP3 hits on you. So that's 1 wound, and that's 1 invuln save you need to make. 5+. You don't make it, so Kharn's down to 2 wounds. And we're going to go with Lucius. He gets first attack because of higher initiative. Duelist's Pride. I get 7 attacks. I did not charge you, so this is 7 attacks I get on you. I hit you on 4s. Oh my goodness. And I wound you on 4s with Shred. Oh my goodness. That's 5 wounds. 5+ invuln save for Kharn. And again, he dies. So I think that we can safely assume that Lucius is the stronger one in this matchup. Lucius is good against Kharn.
Lucius is freaking terrifying.
He's good, period, I believe. Yeah. And that's not even after Kharn would have went. Let's do a little thing here. Let's experiment, okay? Let's say that Kharn survived that round of combat against Lucius. I got a whole bunch of bad rolls. I didn't get 4s to hit you. Let's say that you attack me, okay? Let's see if he could survive, and let's see if his armor of Shrieking Souls would hurt Kharn back.
Wait, so you're saying that we're assuming that Kharn survived?
Yes. So attack me
with no unscathed?
No, he has 1 wound left. Let's say he has 1 wound left. Yeah. So Kharn's going to attack back. We're still assuming that he made the charge, which means that his rage is activated. He gets +2 attacks to his base, which is now 3 attacks base because of the Lash of Torment. Yep. The Lash of Torment takes away an attack from Kharn. And then you have your Plasma Pistol and Gorechild. So you're 6 attacks when you charge me. With your Gorechild, you always hit on 2s, and you reroll misses because of Hatred Incarnate, your Warlord trait. So you got a couple 3 ones there. You can reroll those. And those are all hits. You're wounding on 2s with your Gorechild. And that's 6 wounds. 5+ invuln save for Lucius. And looks like Lucius bites the dust. So basically, if were it not for the higher initiative, Kharn would destroy Lucius.
Yeah, I mean...
But because he's got the higher initiative, that's it right there. Yeah, because you're in your initiative 5, Lucius is initiative 6.
Yeah.
And that's that. So it's safe to assume that that's what it is.
Yeah.
So let's go on to the next matchup. Before we do that, though, I do have to say thank you very much to all of those who have left comments correcting what should happen. Those are very useful. It helps us determine who can truly win. And this is kind of a funny picture right here. It's like Lucius like, oh, what's wrong, Kharn? Well, you got something in your ear. Well, what's wrong? Hey, well, you think you can beat me? No, you can't. The other one, that was just a dream. That's right. This is a true matchup, not the other one. Yeah, you're too slow.
Lucius is a nice person.
No, he's not at all. All right, Wargamers, looking at our next matchup, we're going to do it in the same video like I said before. It's going to be Typhus versus Ahriman. We're going to go over the rules extensively so as to beat it in our minds, to press it in so that we will not forget. I'm also going to read some comments that some of you have left on the other Who Would Win video just to demonstrate how much I care about getting this right. As embarrassing as it might be, it's gotta sting. That's the way we learn the best. We learn by dying. Right, Davian? This is gonna take a number of minutes, but I still want to go over it. I want to be thorough, and some of the stuff is actually, it's quite humorous how bad the other video was. So if you haven't watched the other video, for a good laugh, you might want to watch it just to see how pathetic it was. And I have no problem admitting that because it's true. Too many rules were wrong. So Ookie Spooky left this comment. He said, and as was said, how do you let him get in charge range? Are tactics not a thing in these things? Speaking of Ahriman, of course. And then Ookie Spooky also left this comment. He said, how do you not give Ahriman Psychic Shriek with the Black Staff? That's a very good point, because Psychic Shriek is an awesome ability that I'm able to fire 3 times, because that's what it says in the errata. Kragnar. Doombolt is a beam. You don't need to roll for it, otherwise nice game. Something also to keep note, should I choose Doombolt again. Akbar said, oh wait, no, never mind. Vetico says, Ahriman should have activated his force weapon. Yes, that's just a simple matter of tactics. that I'll keep in mind this time so as to possibly insta-kill Typhus in close combat. Big Tooth Greenskin says, why is Ahriman allowing Typhus to get into charge range? So it seems to be a lot of the tactics for Ahriman is to simply just shoot at Typhus. And so in this bat rep, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try just shooting at Typhus, and Typhus is he's going to just charge his way towards Ahriman in close combat and see if he can survive long enough to get him into close combat. My Demon Callista says, that was annoying. Kind of expected the outcome, as no one at MiniWarGaming ever seems to play Ahriman right. He's Mastery level 4, so he rolls once on each, rules as written, and gets the Primaris free due to Chaos Focus. Then he has 3 more rolls elsewhere. In this bat rep, they only gave him 2 extra. If you want him to be shooty, get Smite and Psychic Shriek, +1 roll wherever, and dance around outside of charge range. Triple firing. And then he leaves a bunch of suggestions for psychic abilities, which I'll take into account. Biomancy was a big one there. And he says, so another poor showing for Ahriman, but I don't feel it was all his fault. So I will do my utmost. I'm going to be fielding Ahriman, and Tariq is going to be fielding Typhus. Tariq, sorry. I said your name wrong and you weren't even in the room. I apologize. Going over the psychic abilities that I've rolled for Ahriman. On Biomancy, I have Smite, Iron Arm, and Enfeeble. And on the actual Tzeentch Discipline, I have Doombolt. And then I also get the Primaris, which is Tzeentch's Firestorm. So I'll be primarily using Smite and Iron Arm, probably. Perhaps Enfeeble as well, because you are Toughness 5, and so that will be useful against you. Now for the stats of Ahriman himself. He's Weapon Skill 5, Ballista Skill 5, Strength and Toughness 4, 3 wounds, Initiative 5, 3 attacks, Leadership 10, and a 3-up save. He's armed with a bolt pistol, frag and crack grenades. He's got the Aura of Dark Glory, which gives him a 5-up invuln save, but he does have the Mark of the Tzeentch, which means he's got a 4-up invuln save. And he has Infernal Bolts, which means that his bolt pistol are shooting bolter rounds at AP3. Warlord trait is Master of Deception, which gives him Infiltrate. I'm not going to be using that in this game. It's just the who would win with 2 characters, so not going to be utilizing it. Special rules. Champion of Chaos, he has to issue or accept challenges. He is fearless. He's an independent character. Marcus Tzeentch, already mentioned that. He is Psyker Mastery level 4, hence all these psychic abilities. And he's Veterans of the Longboar. His Chaos artifact is the Black Staff of Ahriman. And it says it allows him to manifest up to the same Witchfire 3 times per psychic phase. Also, Strength +2, AP4, Melee Force weapon. So that's pretty sweet. Against you. Oh yes.
Oh yes.
In close combat, which I'm going to avoid at all costs.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Why would you do that?
Because I want to win.
Why are you running away from me?
I'm
just
killing you
a
before
really
you
nice
get to me.
hug.
Yeah.
Come on.
Ahriman is kind of spiky. He doesn't cuddle, even though he's got a lot of blankets around him.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, getting distracted.
Typhus's profile has a weapon skill of 6, ballistic skill of 5, strength 4, toughness 5, 4 wounds, 5 initiative, 3 attack space, a leadership of 10, 2+ save. He's got Terminator armor, blight grenades, which are assault and defensive grenades. He has the Lord of Terror as a warlord trait, which causes fear. He's a champion of chaos, fearless, feel no pain, independent character, Mark of Nurgle, which adds +1 toughness, which is already on his profile. He's got a Psychery Mastery level of 2, and he has Veterans of the Long War. He's got another special ability, the Destroyer Hive, which is a large blast that is centered around him. And it's a Strength 4, AP 2. It is used at the beginning initiative step. And he also... And it's at the start of Typhus' initiative step, and it's only once per game. Plague Zombies will not be used in this because it's a who would win. And he's got a Chaos Artifact, which is the Man Reaper, and it's a +2 Strength, AP2, Demon Weapon, Force, Unwieldy. He has to generate all his psychic powers from the Integral Discipline. So we rolled for his powers. They're Gift of Contagion and Plague Wind, and obviously he's got his primary power, which is Nurgle's Rot.
Let's roll to see who's going to go first. That's a 4, and you roll a
6.
Typhus is going to move forward 6 inches so as to get closer to Ahriman. Psychic phase, rolling for warp charges, you get 2 plus your 2, which is 4. And I get 6. Typhus is going to manifest Gift of Contagion. He is within 18 inches. He's able to do so. This is warp charge 1. And you make it. You got 2. Now Ahriman denies the witch on 4 plus because he's a psyker and he is a master level higher than you. So let's see if I can get a couple 4 pluses there. And I do. And that is negated. I denied the witch. Typhus will now run towards Ahriman in the shooting phase. 5 inches. So that'll help for sure. Ahriman's turn. I'm going to move back 5 inches. That means I am 18 inches away from you. And I'm going to shoot at you. But I will psychic you first. Warp charges. 4 plus my 4, which is 8. First psychic power, Enfeeble. Warp charge 1. I made it on 1. Do you wish to deny the witch?
Yeah.
You deny the witch on 5 plus. And you do. Now I'm going to try to generate Smite. I have 2. It's Warp charge 1, so you have to deny the witch twice. Targ is choosing to let it go through. Smite is Strength 4, AP 2, Assault 4. I'm Ballistic Skill 5. I hit you on 2s. That's 3 hits. I wound you on 5s. Nothing. I'm going to generate Smite again. I don't. Now on the last 2 warp charges, I'm going to generate Smite again, and I do on 1. You have 4 dice to deny the witch. 4 dice. And you certainly do deny the witch there. Thinking back at my tactics here, my goal was to enfeeble you, -1 your toughness, and then smite you a lot. Since I didn't enfeeble you, what I'm going to do next round of my psychic is I'm going to doombolt you a lot, because it's strength 8, AP 1. Much better chance of getting through your armor, for 1, and wounding you. So I will do that next turn. In my shooting phase, I'm going to run 6 inches. So I move all the way back there. I'm an inch away from the edge. Typhus turn, he's going to move up 6 inches. Psychic phase, warp charges. You get 3 plus 2, which is 5. And I get 7. Tark is using all 5 of his dice for Gift of Contagion. And he gets the Perils of the Warp, but he does get it off.
To deny?
I will use all my 7 to deny the witch. 4 plus. And I do. Because you got 3. And now you have to resolve your perils. And on the chart, you get a 1! Uh-oh, dragged into the warp. You gotta take a leadership test. If you pass it, you suffer a wound. But if you fail, okay, you pass it. Typhus suffers a wound. He has 3 wounds left. Shooting phase, you're gonna run towards me. 5 inches. You are now 11 inches. No, sorry. Haha, 13 inches. You're 13 inches away. Ahriman's turn. I'm going to move back an inch. Every inch matters at this point in the game. Psychic phase, 6 plus 4 is 10. First things first, I'm going to roll 4 dice to try to enfeeble you. And I fail miserably. Next, I will try to manifest Doombolt. Warp charge 1 on a 4 plus. That's a fail. Second time, 4 plus. Yes! 1!
I denied the witch.
Okay. On 4 dice, deny the witch on a 5 plus. Oh, you make it. Last chance for Doombolt on a 4 plus. I get 1. You have 4 dice left to deny the witch on a 5 plus, and you make it. And there's nothing more I can do there, so I'm just going to stop and not do anything more. On second thought, I'm going to try to run 4 inches this direction. Typhus will now move 6 inches. Psychic phase. 2. 4 warp charges. Typhus is going to manifest Plague Wind, which is 12-inch range. We've determined that they are 9 inches apart, so you can do it on 3 dice. You get perils, but you make it. I need 2 4 pluses to deny the witch, And I don't make it. Typhus rolls on the perils table. You get a 4. Psychic Backlash. Typhus suffers a wound with no saves of any kind allowed.
That.
Plague Wind, Large Blast. It's poison 4+, and it's AP 2. So do you scatter? You do
way
off the table. Typhus has 1 warp charge left, rolling for Gift of Contagion on a 4+. You make it, and I have 2 dice to deny the witch on a 4+. I don't deny the witch. Rolling on the disease. Granted. D3.
D3, so that's a
6. Uh-oh. Liquefying Ague. Which is -1 strength and -1 toughness to Ahriman. Typhus can't shoot anything, but he is going to declare an assault, which means I will overwatch with my bolt pistol. I don't make it. Needing a 9. And not making it. Ahriman is going to move 6 inches in this direction. Manifest Psychic Powers for 8 warp charges. I will use 3 dice and try to cast Enfeeble on you on a 4+. Come on, this time only 1. Typhus deny the witch on 3. Making it. I'm going to actually roll for Iron Arm right now because I'm minus strength and toughness, so I want to get some back. And I make it. Do you wish to deny the witch? So Tarek is going to allow that to happen.
such a kind soul.
Yes. I will use 1 die to manifest Doombolt. I make it on a 4+. You have 3 dice left to deny the witch. Deny the witch on 1 dice. 5+. That goes through. Ooh. Doombolt is a beam. I will remember that. I'm not going to roll the hit. I'll just roll the wound you on a 2+. That is a wound that goes through your Terminator armor, but you get your invuln save. And you make it. Out of my 2 warp charges left, I will roll for Doombolt again. On a 4+. Oh, fail. Last one. Make it. Gonna attempt to deny the witch on 1 die. Don't make it. Wounding you on a 2+. Make it. Invuln save. And it goes through. You are down to 1 wound.
No.
Shooting phase, I'm gonna run. 2 inches. Zip. Almost forgot that Typhus has feel no pain from that Doombolt. He is toughness 5. So, you get it.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and roll that. 5+.
5+.
Oh, good thing too.
Okay, so back.
That wound doesn't actually count. Yeah, we're really trying hard to remember all the rules here. Typhus is going to move up 6. Psychic warp charges. You get 4 in total. First one is Plague Wind. And you make it on 1. Oh, on second thought, that is warp charge 2, so that does not go off. And now Gift of Contagion, warp charge 1 on 4+. You make it. That is 6 dice to deny the witch. And luckily, I make it. You are 8 inches away. You're going to declare an assault. I will overwatch. And I need a 6 with my... Oh, I miss. Needing 8 inches for the charge here. Getting 9. These 2 are finally in close combat. I don't know why that's 4. I only have 3 wounds. So I have 1 chance here to insta-kill you. Because I do have Iron Arm, which means I have Smash. And I'm going to double my strength. Which right now is strength 6. It would have been strength 7. But you already -1 me because of something. Because of the liquefying ague that went off in the turn.
Yeah.
So I hit you on a 4, weapon skill 5, and weapon skill 6. That is a hit. Now I wound you on a 2. That is a 2. Okay, and since it's smash, it's AP2, which means if you don't make your 5-up invuln save with your feel no pain negated, because it's double your toughness, then you die.
So, liquefying ague doesn't go off.
That's right. We checked the footage.
Yeah.
It was actually 2 turns ago.
Yeah.
So this past turn, it did not go off for you.
Yeah.
So thank you for reminding me of that. Which means that it actually really doesn't make much of a difference because Iron Arm still goes off.
It still went off, yeah, but...
Yeah. So you got to make your 5-up invuln save.
I will.
So this is a 1 in 3 chance that you'll make it. Oh! Yeah! Does not take him out. I'm not sure what that was. Typhus is going to swing his Man Reaper And that is a demon weapon, so you're going to roll a d6. And when you get a 1, that's a bad thing. So I will point this out. Because you're wielding your Man Reaper, which is a demon weapon, you roll the amount of attacks at the beginning of the fight subphase. So we're going to do that from now on. We didn't this turn. It didn't make a difference because I still hit you, but I just would have hit you on a 3+ instead of a 4+ in this particular round because you rolled a 1 for the amount of attacks. So you can make your invuln save against this, but if you fail it, then you take a wound. 5+. You make it again! Wow. So your 4 attacks instead of who knows how many you could have had. You hit me on 5s though. And that's no hits. So it is my turn now. I'm going to roll for Psychic Phase. I get 7. Going to roll for Iron Arm, Warp Charge 1, 4 dice, that's 2. Tarek is using 3 dice to deny the witch on 6s. And nothing, Iron Arm goes through. Now Ahriman is going to cast Enfeeble on Typhus on 3. Oh, I get Perils, but it goes off. It's only Warp Charge 1, I get 2. An attempt to deny the witch on 2 dice, 5+, and you don't, so you are enfeebled. Perils of the Warp for Ahriman, I get a 5. Empiric feedback, I take a leadership test, and if I pass it, no ill effects at this time. I am unaffected.
That makes me sad.
Does it?
Sad, like, eventually.
So I have the choice between the Black Staff of Ahriman, which is a force weapon, which I didn't actually roll for in the Psychic Phase, or I can smash with my Iron Arm. I'm going to choose to smash again. And you actually have to roll for the amount of attacks that you're going to get. It's at the beginning of the fight subphase.
Okay, so, yeah.
Yeah, so you got to do that now for your Man Reaper. You get that many, so your normal weapon skill. I hit you on 4s. That is a hit. I'm going to wound you on 2s. That is a wound. And this is a 5-up invuln save. Oh! Yeah! Come on! Man Reaper, 8 attacks. You hit me on 3s. So Man Reaper gives you strength 6, but because I have Iron Arm, I'm toughness 7, which means you wound me on 5s. And 1 wound.
1.
A 4+ invuln save. Oh, it goes through. It's Typhus' turn, so he's going to roll for his Psychic Phase, the Warp Charges, and you get 3, and you're putting all 3 dice towards your Force weapon, which is your Man Reaper, and on a 4+, you get Force, and you get Perils, but you do get Force. On my 5 dice, I'll try to deny the Witch Head. I need 2. I don't make it. Roll a die for Perils of the Warp. Get a 1, get a 1. Oh no! Warp Surge. Pass the leadership test, which you do, and you gain the 3-up invuln save, as well as Fleshbane and Armorbane and Smash. Start of the fight subphase now. You're going to roll for your Man Reaper attacks. You roll a 2. So I attack you first. I'm going to utilize my Smash, and I'm going to try to hit you on a 4. And that is a hit. And I'm going to wound you on a 2+. And that is a wound. And you get a 3-up invuln save because of Warp Surge.
Warp Surge.
3-up invuln save, and ironically, this is the one that you failed. Oh! But you would have failed your other one.
I would have.
Yes.
I would have.
So you hit on 3s with 5 attacks. That's all 5. And because of Warp Surge, you have Fleshbane, so you wound on 2s with 5. Thank you for those ones. That's 3 wounds. 4+ invuln save. But I only had 2 left. So that means that Typhus slices through Ahriman. Typhus is the winner.
That's unexpected.
Now for the next matchup, we did say we're going to do best 2 of 3 for these, and this is going to be a longer who would win. We want to really determine the true winner of these matchups. So let's see who's going to go first for round 2. I roll a 2 and you roll a 5. Typhus is going to move up 6 inches. You're 18 inches away from Ahriman. Psychic Phase, Warp Charges, you get 7. And you're going to throw all your dice at Gift of Contagion.
Yeah.
Okay. And you get Perils, but it goes off with 6. And with 9 dice, I'm going to deny the witch on 4+ and try to negate 6 of them. And I don't. Perils of the, actually, let's resolve the ability and then we'll do Perils of the Warp. So roll a d3.
Okay. 2.
So Ahriman is now infected with a Gift of Contagion, Fly-Blown Palsy, -1 attack, and he has Shrouded. Okay. Perils of the Warp now. For you, you roll a 5. Empiric Feedback. Pass a leadership test, which you do, and nothing bad happens to you at this time. Shooting phase. Typhus is going to run closer to Ahriman, 2 inches. Ahriman's turn, he's going to move back 2 inches so as to maintain that 18-inch range away from you. Rolling in the psychic phase, getting 6. Total of 10 warp charges. I'm going to... Let's see now. Let's do Enfeeble on you. Okay? Going to be 4 dice. I'll make it, because it's only warp charge 1. I'll get Perils. Rolling 4 dice to try to deny the witch. You need 5s. And you do. Perils of the Warp for Ahriman. He rolls a 2. Mental Purge. So Mental Purge dictates that I suffer a wound, and I have to randomly take away the psychic abilities. So that's Iron Arm, Enfeeble, Smite, and then I have my Primaris, and then I have Doom Bolt, which is 4 and 5. I'm going to roll d6 and re-roll a 6 if I get a 6. So that's Doom Bolt that I take away. I no longer know that ability. Since I no longer have Doom Bolt, I'm going to Zinch Firestorm you. My Primaris is 24-inch range, and I'm going to use 2 dice to try to manifest this Witchfire. It's Warp Charge 1, and I make it. And after closer inspection, Tarek is being a very good sport. He's allowing me to actually not do that because that's a silly choice. I'm actually going to do Smite. That's a much better choice.
Way better.
Yes. So, Deny the Witch.
Deny the witch. Deny the witch.
Yes, that's for you.
Not
Yeah,
you.
not you. Gesundheit.
I actually meant to say not deny the witch by deny the witch.
Okay,
Not-
I got it.
yeah.
Yes, good. Assault 4. I need 2s to hit you. That's 4 hits. So Enfeeble did not go off. So you deny the witch. You denied the witch there. So that means I'm wounding you in 5s.
I did not deny the witch.
What are you talking about? I thought you did.
Oh, like-
I thought you negated my thing.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, that's not
what-
really what you said at all,
that's
but
what I
no,
said.
that's fine. You're forgiven.
Forgive.
I wound once. Now that is AP2, so that is a 5-up invuln save for you. And that is a fail sauce. Now it's a feel no pain of 5+. And that is a fail sauce. So you're down to 3 wounds.
That's a 6. That's a 5.
With 4 warp charges left, I'm going to use 2 and do Smite again. I'll do the Witchfire again. And I fail. And the last one I will do. Try it again. And I fail. Typhus' turn. He's going to move up 6 inches. Warp charges in your psychic phase, you get 4. Using 3 dice for Plague Wind, which is Warp Charge 2. Needing 4s, getting 2. I'm going to use all 6 dice to deny the witch there. I need a 4+. Got to deny 2 of them. And I do. With your 1 die left, Gift of Contagion, needing a 4, and you make it. I have no dice left to deny the witch. You get a 5, which is Liquefying Ague. I am -1 strength and toughness. I'm going to put this little token next to Ahriman to remind me that he has Liquefying Ague on him. He has -1 strength and toughness. That's what that marker reminds me of. So you're going to run in your shooting phase to get closer to Ahriman. You get 4 inches. You're going to go forward, which means you are 8 inches away from me. And Ahriman's going to move back 6 inches. Psychic phase. I get 6. I'm going to enfeeble you. Oh! But I do. 4 dice to deny the witch. You need 5s. And you don't make it. You are now enfeebled. For once in your lifetime. Gonna roll for smite. 4+. And I make it. Nice. 2s to hit you. That's 3 hits. And that's wounding on 4s. That's 2 wounds. 5-up invuln save due to the AP2. Of smite. And okay, 1 fail 1, and now you get a feel no pain.
Oh yeah, I need.
5+ feel no pain. And that fails, so you're down to 2 wounds. Now, I'm gonna roll for smite again. And I make it. And I'm just really loving that you can't deny it right now. I love it. Okay, so I need 2s to hit you. And that's, oh, I need this roll again. And I need 4s to wound you. I got 2 wounds. 5-up invuln save. Alright, fail 1. 5-up, feel no pain. Alright, you're down to 1 wound. Okay, I'll use my 3rd warp charge, or my Witchfire ability, because my black staff, to do smite again. And I fail. You're lucky.
That's okay.
Do you know how lucky you are?
I'm not lucky.
But I do have 1 warp charge left, and I'm going to Iron Arm. On a 4+, and I do.
Wow.
Do you like it?
I like... No.
Shooting phase, I will run. 2 inches. Zip. So it's Typhus' turn. You are enfeebled, which means you treat open ground as difficult terrain, so d6 for your movement. And you,
Yeah.
And you move forward 5. Psychic phase. Oh. Using all 3 dice for Plague Wind. And not making it because it's warp charge 2. So because you are enfeebled and you treat terrain, you treat like everything like terrain here, you can't possibly get me even though you're 12 inches away. Not like you'd want to anyway. Right.
Right.
Yes. So you're going to run closer in the shooting phase. Okay, 2 inches closer. Making you 10 inches away. This thing was actually expired on your turn. So now I'm going to move 6 inches over in this direction. Warp charges. 2. Plus 4. 6. I'm going to roll for enfeeble. And I get 1. 3 dice for deny the witch. And you do. I'm going to use 1 die for smite. And I fail it. Another die for smite on a 4+. I fail it. Another die for smite. And I fail it. And I'm going to use the last one for Iron Arm on a 4+. And I fail. Come on! Alright, so on your turn, I'm assuming you're moving towards me.
Ah!
And you can move closer, 6 inches, your full distance. No longer enfeebled. Psychic phase, warp charges, and that's a lot. 4 dice for Plague Wind. And you make it. Using 5 dice to deny the witch on a 4+. And I make it. Using your next 4 dice, Gift of Contagion. And you get 1. And I'll deny the witch with 5 dice. And make it. You're 6 inches away, you're in charge range. I'm going to Overwatch with my nothing. And can you roll a 6? Fell on the floor, so you're going to roll another die there. Hopefully you get a 4. And you don't. So I get another round of shooting at you. Excellent. My turn, I'm going to move 6 inches in this direction. Psychic phase, warp charge is 6! I got 10 in total. Alright, enfeeble, 4 dice. I make it with only 1. 3 dice to deny the witch here on a 5+. And you make it. I'm going to do smite on you with 1 and I fail. I'm going to use 2 for this one for smite. And I get it with 1. Tark is choosing not to deny the witch there. So I'm going to roll to hit you. On 2s, and I do with 4. And I'm going to wound you on 5s. And that looks like 2 wounds. 5 up invuln save for you. You have 2 saves to make. And you make them both. You and your lucky rolls, man.
It's not luck.
Yes, it is. What is it then? If it's not luck, then what is it? I got 1 more smite attempt. On a 4+, I make it. Do you deny the witch? Yeah, you don't even need to with your lucky dice rolls.
I'm gonna deny it on 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
On a 5+. Nope. 2s to hit you. That is 3 hits. 5s to wound. That's 1 wound. 5 up invuln. That's fail. 5 up feel no pain. Fail!
Oh!
So, Typhus goes down to psychic attacks. So, that was best 2 out of 3. You won 1, I won 1. Last one. Wolsey's gonna go first. I get a 4, you get a 5. Typhus is gonna move up 6 inches. Psychic phase. Warp charges 4. Gift of Contagion with 4 dice. Warp charge 1. And you get it on 3. Ahriman denies the witch on 4+ with 6 dice. And he does. Typhus will now run 2 inches closer. Ahriman's turn. He's going to move back 2 inches. A little bit of deja vu happening right now. Psychic phase, warp charges, I get 6. I'm going to roll for Doombolt. And that goes off with warp charge 1. No, that does not because I fail. Let's do smite. That goes off. Not going to deny the witch.
No.
Hitting on 2s. That is 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. 1 wound. 5 up invuln save. Fail. 5 up feel no pain. Fail. Down to 3 wounds. Second smite goes off. Deny the witch on 1 die. Fail. Hitting on 2s. Getting 2 hits and wounding on 5s. Getting 1. 5 up invuln save. Fail. 5 up feel no pain. Fail. Down to 2 wounds. The last smite. This is the 3rd one. And I make it. Tarek is choosing not to deny the witch. So I'm just going to roll. Hitting on 2s. That's 3 hits and wounding on 5s. That's 2 wounds. 5 up invuln save. Failed 1. 5 up feel no pain. Fail. Down to 1 wound. For my last psychic ability, I'm going to try to enfeeble you. And I do. Warp charge 1. You're going to deny the witch with 2 dice. That is 5 plus deny the witch. And you make it. Ahriman's going to run back. He'll go back a few inches. He's going to go back 4. Typhus' turn with 1 wound left is going to move forward 6 inches. Warp charges in the psychic phase. You get 5. All 5 dice. Gift of contagion. And you don't make it. And now you will run closer to me. 1 inch. Boop. Ahriman's turn is going to go back 3 inches. Psychic phase. I get 5 warp charges. I'm going to try this. I'm going to do 1 die for enfeeble, warp charge 1. And I fail. I will roll for smite. 4 plus. I fail. I'm going to roll for smite again. I fail. Smite 3rd time. I make it. Deny the witch on 2. So 5 plus. First one doesn't, second one. And you deny it. My last psychic ability, I'm going to Doom Bolt. And I fail it. And I'm going to run an inch back. Boop. Typhus moving up 6 inches now. Warp charges. 4. Gift of Contagion. And it goes off with 1. I have 6 dice to deny the witch on a 4 plus. And I make it. Typhus will run 4. Ahriman's turn. Gonna move over 6 inches. Psychic phase. Get 6 warp charges. I will smite you. I make it.
2.
Deny the witch on 2 dice. 5 plus. And you make it. Second smite. Nope. Third smite. Nope. Doombolt. Nope. Enfeeble. Nope. Iron Arm. Yes! And you'll try to deny that on 2 dice. You need a 6, and you'd actually do. So nothing happened once again. Ahriman will run away an inch. Boop. Typhus moves forward 6 inches. Warp charges. You get 6. 3 for Plague Wind. Needing 4 is getting 1. You need actually 2 warp charges there. So that's failed. Gift of Contagion, warp charge 1. Needing 4s, getting 2. All 8 dice to deny the witch. And I make it.
Okay.
Typhus is declaring an assault. I'm going to overwatch with my bolt pistol. And I make it actually. And I wound you on a 5. And I don't. You need 6 inches. And you make it. Close combat now. Beginning of the fight sub-phase. Typhus is going to roll for Man Reaper. Demon weapon attacks. You get 2 in addition to your 4, because you charged. So that's 6 attacks for you when you do. It is unwieldy, so I will attack you first. So Smite did not go off for me. I will just attack you with my Black Staff of Ahriman. So I hit you on 4s. And I don't hit you at all. And if I said Smite, I meant Iron Arm. So, yes. You hit me now. Man Reaper, you hit on 3s. And that's 5 hits. Wounding on 2s. 4 plus invuln save. And I made all 4 of them. That is amazing. Zinch
So close!
was testing you. Now it's Ahriman's turn. I'm going to roll for warp charges. I get 6. Which is 10 in total. And I'm going to for sure enfeeble you. No. No. I'm not going to enfeeble you. That doesn't make any sense. Scratch that. It makes perfect sense. I'm going to enfeeble you. So, 3 dice. I get perils, but I get it off. 4 dice to deny the witch. On a 5+, you need to deny 2, and you do. Perils of the Warp, I get a 2. Mental Purge, I lose a wound, and I randomly select another ability that I lose for the rest of the game. Iron Arm and Feeble Smite, and then we'll do Doombolt in the Primaris. I'll reroll a 6. Enfeeble, I no longer know. I'm gonna roll for Iron Arm, 4 dice. I need 4+, and I get 3 of them. Tarek is using all 4 dice to try to deny the witch on a 6+, and he does not deny it. I gotta get his reaction here because it's pretty good. So he's washing his hair, head and shoulders. And I'll use the remaining 3 for Force, which I make. Beginning of the fight sub-phase, you gotta roll a die for your Demon Weapon Man Reaper attacks. And you get +2 to your base 3, which is 5. You know, I just realized that you only have 1 wound left, so I didn't even need to roll for that Force. But I do have Smite, and models with Smite attack at AP2. So I'm going to attack you with my 4 attacks with my Black Staff of Ahriman. I hit you on 4s. And that is this many. And I'm going to wound you on 2s, because I'm Strength 7 and your Toughness 5. That would be all 3. 5 up in Vuln saves.
Oh man.
Okay.
That's
all right. That's just why would you even why? Typhus just needs to die. Hitting on 3s, getting 4. And because Ahriman has Iron Arm, you wound me on 5s now with 1 wound, and that's a 4 up in Vuln save. And I fail it. I am down to 1 wound. This is the most epic thing ever. Close. So it is Typhus' turn. You're going to just skip the psychic phase because the other 2 are shooting attacks, and you're not going to roll for Force because I only have 1 wound left. So you can go straight to the assault phase, rolling for your Man Reaper Demon Weapon attacks. See how many attacks you get at the beginning of the fight sub phase. It's 3 plus your base 3, which is 6, and I'm going to attack you now with my Black Staff of Ahriman, hitting you on 4s. That's 3 hits, wounding on 2s. That is 1 wound, and because of Smite, it's AP2, so that means 5 up in Vuln save. And you fail. And you feel no pain. Ah! And when I said smite, I meant smash. So just in case. Yeah, you hit me now?
I hit you now.
Yeah. Man Reaper attacks, hitting me on 3s, getting a nice amount of fails. Thank you. 2 hits. 2 wounds on 5s. That's 1 wound. This is an invuln save. Are you ready? Are you ready for it?
I'm not ready.
Okay. It's a 50-50 chance.
It's it.
A 4+ invuln save. Make it!
Oh!
I make it. Now it's Ahriman's turn, and I'm going to go to the psychic phase. I'm going to get 8 in total. 5 dice for Iron Arm. And I make it on 2. Tarek is using all his dice to deny the witch. You need 6s, and you don't deny the witch. Beginning of the fight sub phase, Man Reaper attacks. You can roll a die and get a 4, so you have 7 in total. Oh,
It's getting angry.
Oh, that is Nurgle's number.
Yeah.
Hitting you on 4s. Black Staff of Ahriman, only 1 hit, and I wound you on 2.
Yeah.
That's a wound. 5 up in Vuln save. That's a fail. 5 up, feel no pain. Finally! Oh, Ahriman, finally! Claims glory! That's what should have happened all along! Oh, man!
It was so close.
That's what should have happened the first game. That's what should have happened the first battle in this game.
And this game.
Yes.
That was...
Vault members, click on the link below to see our final matchup, which will be between the 2 winners, Ahriman and Lucius the Eternal. And the winner between those 2 will be facing off against Abaddon the Despoiler, current reigning champion. If you're not a Vault member, we invite you to click on the link below and sign up for a free 7-day trial to the MiniWarGaming Vault so that you can see this matchup. We appreciate your viewership and we appreciate you watching this and your patience. And this was a longer one, but we wanted to get the rules right. We're basically redoing the one that we did before. So if you have watched that and you thought, oh man, and then you stumbled upon this one, hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hopefully it is a more accurate representation of what would have happened. So this is a spoiler alert, in case you have not seen the other episodes. This is actually the exact opposite outcome of the other two. Out of the other two, Kharn won the first one, and Typhus won the second one. And then from there, it was Kharn who ended up beating Typhus, and who ended up going against Abaddon in the end. So this is a completely different outcome. This is a more accurate outcome. So thank you very much, Vault members, for your support. You really do help to support us. You enable us to make these videos and to do what we do, to make the battle reports and painting tutorials and everything else that you get.
Thank you, Vault members.
In the MiniWarGaming Vault. And so, again, we invite you to click on the link below to see the second matchup. And happy wargaming!